one time I was a teenager and I was going to this church. I got told that I wasn't allowed to wear black eyeliner. Unfortunately, I did start smoking cigarettes at that time, but I got told I wasn't allowed to sing in the choir no more. I wasn't allowed to tell my best friend from high school that I love her on Myspace. And it got to the point where it wasn't, "Hey, you need to be mindful of what you're doing." Like, if you do this, you're not welcome here. So, I ended up leaving that church, and I didn't just leave that church, but I left God, and it really hurt my relationship with God, and for years, I held on to a resentment and to a grudge that was very misplaced. Although they had done those things, I felt that I was needing to hold a grudge against a particular specific Bible. But what happened is I tried to get back into church, but I just couldn't. Every time I looked at that Bible, it reminded me of the things that I went through as a teenager. And I didn't realize until someone suggested, well, if it's the Bible, just buy you a new one. I was like, that kind of makes sense. Why didn't I think about that sooner? And I wish I would have. But sometimes we can hold a resentment to a physical item that reminds us of a church or reminds us of a time that we were impacted by someone else where they had hurt you spiritually and made it to where you feel like you're not welcome in church anymore. Just because someone did you wrong in a church setting, that don't mean you need to hold God responsible for that, because he didn't do the wrongness. That was the person. That was them sinning or them just having a sinful nature. We just, as Christians, I feel like even today, now that I'm stronger in my faith, if somebody walks in off the street, who are we to judge what they come to church in? If they're being led to church, called to church, if they have the mindset that they want to get to know God, who are we to stop them? We shouldn't keep people from coming to church just because how they look. Thank you for watching this video. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be explaining a little bit more about my journey with Christ and how I was able to restore my relationship with God. If you all have any comments, anything good to say, or want to share stories, just comment, like, subscribe.